When you complain, you stay the same. Remember that.
This is the Something Show, episode 13. We're talking self-motivation. I think the only way to really improve the world is to improve yourself. And how do you do that? Well, I won't be the one to say that I know. So joining me on the show is Juan Knowles of Knowles Wood Flooring, and also Dr. Kent Bazard, who is a sports physician. And I know these dudes are brilliant, and they will assist us on this journey of becoming greater human beings. What the world needs now is some people with sense. Topic, self-motivation. That means you relying on you to do what you gotta do for guess who? For you. What up, Doc?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
I swim, man. I'm hoping that Facebook behave themselves today. And
yeah, hopefully Mark
don't have us restarting the show. I know he pressed the button, you know. That's when you give old people technology. I got a story to tell about being self-motivated. And it's about some of my high school friends. You know, Kent and I went to Bahamas Academy together. Then he went off to BBC. I went to SC McPherson. So at this school, you know, I graduated with I had a best friend who said on the bus, so he was driving the bus heading north towards downtown Bay Street. And we passed an old wooden house. And he said, "Bro, Tyson, that's where my mommy lives right there, you know. My mom lives right there. I love her. That's my mommy living right there. And when I graduate, I remember this day like it was yesterday. When I graduate, I'm going to get a job and I can save my money. I'm going to put her in a house." And so said, so done. He graduated. He put his mom in a house. Shout out to Mama Penny. She lived to see her son do that for her. And then she left the earth. And I know that accomplishment for him did something amazing in his life, because to this day he's a go-getter. He's just an inspiration to watch. And I think that comes from setting a goal and smashing it. And a goal as big as that could put you on one forever. So the show is about self-motivation. I think that's one of the benefits of being self-motivated, because we all know how the world works. Ain't nobody trying to help you be successful at being you. You know what I mean? They might want to help you be successful at helping them. But reality is, if you want to do it for you, you got to do it by yourself. You have to be able to get up, regardless if your alarm clock goes off, regardless if your mommy say, "Did you do your homework?" or if your wife say, "Hey, did you take out the garbage?" or whatever it is. You know what I mean? You gotta be on your own mission, on your own grind. So that's my introduction, y'all. What's up?
You mentioned parents. I think parents have a big role to play in a person's ability to self-motivate, and that could be through either positive or negative reinforcement. I don't know if it's quite reinforcement, but positive or negative, I should say, experience. Because there are things about both my parents that motivate me to be like them or follow in their to adapt and try to emulate. And then there are things about them that motivate me to do the opposite of what they did. They didn't directly try to instill that particular value or trait in me, but just seeing what they did or what the effect was motivated me to not be that, or not doing that, not be in that direction. And one of those first things, even though I'm doing a poor job at this. My mom worked very, very hard to help everybody else except herself. She died doing that.
Yeah.
She literally died helping everybody to succeed. And I mean, my mom would take food from my children's mouth, not literally now, but I'm saying she would take time away from her family to help other people build.
Absolutely.
Whatever. And I ain't pull no cards, but there's some big buildings and some institutions that are established right now that when they was getting their act together, they called my mom and say, "Please help." And my mom dropped whatever she was doing and went and helped. Never asked for a dime, never asked for no type of, not even acknowledgement.
Nothing.
No title,
nothing at all. She just did it out of
no
pure
form of recognition or nothing.
And I mean, you could call that a motivation. I think my mother was motivated to see young people do well, or to assist young people do in doing well or succeed. She was also motivated in seeing the country develop and seeing the country succeed. So I
Right.
adopted those 2 points. I learned a lot of that from her. But at the same time, I want to be careful. And again, I bring up my wife every week, but I'm married to a woman who don't let me go too far. I mean, as soon as I told her, somebody just approached me about something yesterday, and as soon as I told her about it, she said, "How much they paying you?" I honestly didn't think about it at first.
Right.
It didn't even enter my mind. I'm just like, I'm going to help this person with their program.
Right.
I didn't even think about it at first.
Right.
But because I knew she was going to ask me afterwards, I had to work in some type of benefit for myself. So even if it's not a monetary benefit, there has to be some type of benefit for me taking the time and my expertise, giving my expertise for free. well, not for free, but giving it, period. All right.
Being self-motivated, not motivated by anything that they're giving you, but being motivated by self in order to assist.
Right.
I like that angle.
Right. I am motivated by those pure things like my mom is. At the same time, I also want to be financially stable and financially not even stable. Stable ain't the right word. I want to be what they call it, financial independence. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Financially secure.
What I'm saying is secure. If I want to, not even secure, mate, I want to be beyond secure. If I see a car that come out this year and I feel like I will buy it. And I don't want to.
You want to be financially free.
Financially free, then. You know,
yes.
when that new electric Lamborghini come out, I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why the hell not?
When that new NASA spaceship come out, I want that.
It's only a thing.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing.
So there's nothing wrong with liking nice things. There's nothing wrong with being motivated by wanting to live a nice lifestyle.
So you're saying that's what motivation should look like?
I'm saying motivation should look. Let me show you. Let me show you why. Whether we like it or not, it always boils down to what kind of life you want to live, right? I remember speaking to a youth group at my church, and there was a girl there she's a bad girl. Long story short,
bad
girl, right? Bad, fighting, bad. On the other side, she was just a bad girl. She was dealing drugs in high school. Like she was her goal was to be the biggest drug dealer in the Bahamas. That was her goal, and she would say that out loud. So I always said to her, how I started this conversation with the whole group really. I said, where you want to live? And there's like, well, what do you mean? Like, I would live in Nassau. I said, no. Where you want to live? Where in Nassau you want to live?
Mm-hmm.
What you think about their mouth? Life is key. Of course. Life is key.
Behind the gates.
I said, being honest now, how much drug dealers you think live in Life is key? How much black Bahamian drug dealers you think live in Life is key?
Oh, I like how you reword the question.
You see, how to reword that. How much black Bahamian drug dealers, female at that, you think live in Life is key? Because you can really stand out as a female drug dealer. They can come pick you up right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you got
but anyone I speak to, whatever it is they want to be, or whenever they're considering what they're going to be in life, how they're going to push themselves. I have a niece right now with that issue. My question to you is, how do you want to live? And that determines what you're aspiring for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And then you can start to deal with your motivation to get there. Because if you want to live in Life is Key, or if you want to live in some high-end luxury closed gate community, drive this car and that car and the next car and do all of this stuff, that means there's a certain level of foolishness that you can't deal with.
Yep.
There's certain behaviors, certain activities certain places you don't go,
You
certain
can't partake in.
certain time you don't waste, certain type of people you don't hang around. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
A lot of stuff has got to change unless you know, a sports star, and even then, things still got to change, right?
Yeah.
So and speaking about sports, I had a similar conversation with last week with one of my athletes who wants to play football. I say, listen, he's in the States playing football, right? In high school. I said, how many teams in the NFL, right? I think he said, what, 30-something teams, right? In the NFL? I said, how many wide receiver spots
I just
on the
started
team?
running, bro. I just started running. I don't know.
So I said, how many wide receiver spots? How many wide receiver spots on the team? Say 11. I said, okay. So 11 times 30, that's how much? 300 and something spots. Okay, great. I said, that's 300 and something spots. How many wide receiver spots in college? We came up with that number, but it was like 70 or something like that. So I said, okay, how many wide receiver spots in your state, right? So he's like, I don't know, thousands. So I said, okay, thousands. So I said, you got thousands of wide receivers competing for a couple hundred spots, for a couple dozen spots. Sorry, for a couple hundred spots to get into a couple dozen spots.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's 1,000 of y'all, or thousands of you guys, competing for a few hundred spots, for like 300 spots.
Yeah.
And then those guys in those 300 spots competing for like maybe 2 or 3 dozen spots.
Spots, right.
So what I'm saying to him is, I say, when you think about it like that, you can't be regular. You can't just be doing what everybody else is doing. If you're just going along, doing what everybody else is doing, the same work what everybody else is doing, you're not going to stand out when it comes time for you to stand out. When they're going to look and say, okay, who are we going to pick for these spots? You got to stand out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So
I think
the fact. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think the question that brings us to the question we need to be answered. Like, I mean, you say, what is motivation? Why be motivated? How can you be motivated? And then you put that self in the front of it. How do you do it on your own? So, in speaking to the athlete, like, what type of mindset does he have to be on to face that type of challenge? Because I remember in college, I was still playing the trumpet. I was a part of an ensemble. And my last day playing the trumpet was the day I went to see Arturo Sandoval perform live. Arturo Sandoval, he picked up his trumpet and he did some things I never knew was even possible. And I had a choice. I said, am I going to work hard enough to get to that point? Or I could be like, nah, flick that. And I was like, nah, flick that. Right? Right? And I put the horn down because, in order to get there, I knew that I had to motivate myself, or as Damon would say, my own self, right? To get to that point, because nobody's going to say, here, hold this trumpet and sit with me for hours and hours to practice. You understand what I'm saying? I have to do that. You have to do that on your own. So how does one, motivation, did anyone do the dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary description of what motivation is?
1 second, my good man.
Yeah.
All right, let me that.
In my own words, I think it means that, to be encouraged to accomplish, right? You're encouraged to move.
You want me to read it what they say here? Please. According to Google?
Please, one.
It says motivation is the desire to act in the service of a goal. It is a crucial element in the setting of attaining our objectives. Motivation is one of our driving forces behind human behavior. It fuels competition and sparks social connection. Its absence can lead to a mental illness such as depression.
Goal, objectives, competition. There's some strong words right there you got to remember.
Strong.
Goal
and health.
Because that was my point initially.
Yeah.
Is you got to understand what the goal is. See, when you saw Arturo Sandoval, and I know exactly what it is,
He
bro.
set the bar.
So
Yeah, he set the bar.
you set your bar. You set your bar pretty high. But I'm saying, I know you, and I know you don't want nothing less than the best. And the fact that you
Exactly.
don't think that you could achieve that discourage you. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The
I
fact
ain't
that you don't think
trying to
that you
be
could,
depressed.
right, right. So you don't think you would ever play like a Arturo Sandoval. You might have been wrong, but I mean that's what you said. Nah,
That's how I
there's
felt,
no
right?
way. There's no way I'm gonna get to that level. And you said
Right.
nope. Boom.
But
You know
that's
what
a
I mean?
great point right there. That's a great point that you made right there. The point is, was I will? It wasn't whether or not I could get there. It's whether or not I was willing to do the work to get there. Whether or not I had the power to self-motivate to get to that point. Because I knew as a trumpet player, I've been playing the trumpet from I was 4 years old. I know what it takes. So it's not like I wasn't aware, or I was chasing some, or thinking some pipe dream. I knew what it takes. But I think a good point to make for anyone that's looking to be self-motivated is the fact that you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal. You got to be on a mission. You understand what I'm saying? Because in order for you to, if you don't have a goal, you just have energy, then that energy is going to be used until it's depleted. And
Burnt out.
and how it's used, you may use it on your 9 to 5. You may use it in your household. You may use it in your marriage. You may use it in all these different type areas that you can with your kids. But will you be using it to make you better? If your goal is to have a certain type of marriage and you know what it takes, then you could be motivated to do that. But point is set a goal. Set a goal, and know what it takes in order to get to that goal. Because and a good practice is to write it down. And all of this will be encouraging to you to say that you are already putting things in motion. Because once you set a goal, in the description that Juan read, you start the motion.
Yeah.
Just in picking a goal and writing down what it takes in order to accomplish that goal is more action towards that goal. And then in knowing what it takes to achieve that goal is more action towards that goal. And all of that, it gasses you up. It's like you're putting more gas in the tank, and you're able to go a little bit further, a little bit more closer to the goal. Now,
into something like what you just said. For
Right.
me personally, I'm slightly a little different than what y'all may consider self-motivation and why you're doing it.
And Facebook, you need to stop freezing. And they done it again, folks. So this will be part 2. We had to restart the live. You have to be self-motivated to deal with technology, especially on small islands.
I am very proud of my brother Warren because he has grown tremendously. And I'm saying me from being a guy who was, the blue shirt badge wearing student, and I think you had an opportunity to be one of those students, be a prefect.
Yeah.
But he turned it down. But what I'm saying is, Warren was
cool.
Was one of those guys. What happened once in our school is there was a big fight, and after the fight, they brought all the boys in the school in the auditorium together.
Mm-hmm.
And the senior mistress, the head girl, deputy head girl, and probably 3 other girls, they were all up on the podium, and they were telling us about how useless we are and how we can never amount to anything.
Well, yeah,
it's actually happened. It's actually happened, bro. All right. And one of the examples of who they would have been talking about would have been somebody like Warren, somebody who crackled jokes in class.
Present.
Somebody cracked a lot of jokes in class. Didn't try very, very hard academically. Not that he wasn't smart. He was very smart. Just didn't try very, very hard. Right?
Yeah, I know that. I know about that.
He wasn't motivated.
Yeah, I know about that.
But when he got into what he wanted to get into, which primarily at that point in time was music. And when he got connected with Wu-Tang, he was like, dude, that was our dream. And as his brothers
we was like, bro, like you did it, but like that's as far as I can say, all of us Wu Tang. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, like
That's how you roll. That's
bro,
how you
like
roll. Yeah, but
bro, to be genuinely happy for your boy like that
Yeah.
and see him go from here to there, and then turn his success in that industry into financial stability and success in another industry, which is not so something he learned. He was always a hands guy. He was always good with building stuff, drawing stuff, architecture.
boy, Mark, I can't in the vice script right now.
Mark,
He ain't playing with him at all.
Mark, you hit us up right now, man.
But he was only talking about you anyway. So Juan, what let's just jump into you right now since he still got you on board. What motivates you?
Awesome.
First of
Boy.
all, tell us about the goal setting. And that's something quick.
What?
In terms of how you navigated towards Wu-Tang and then being your
Well, for me, I never, from a young age, bro, I never liked being told what to do. Just like you. Just like you. I never liked being told what to do. And on top of that, every single job what I had, I know I worked at Radio Shack, John S. George, Stop and Shop for a while. And what I noticed in all these individual companies, right, was that they always push you to work harder, but the harder you work, the richer you make them. And I would always notice that I would see different employees that have been employed with certain companies for like 20 to 40 years, bro, and still at the same position. You understand?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
they would give these people a raise, like, 10 cents raise and stupid stuff like that, bro. So, and 9 times out of 10, right? I wouldn't say 9. About 7 times out of 10, what I would notice is that the big boss, he ain't really that smart. He actually depends on the lower level workers
To run the
to
ship.
keep him where he's at, right?
Yeah.
So for me personally, I always took on that analogy and that action that if he can do it, and I'm the one that's keeping him in that position to keep him doing it.
Right.
Why the hell won't I do it for myself?
Bing. Boy. Preach.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh. So for me, bro, I never really lasted too long on too many jobs because I don't like to be harassed. I don't like to be hassled. I don't like stupid company policy. Now, every company has policies. I get that.
Right.
You have to have policies to regulate employees. I understand that. I have 6 employees.
Right.
So I know what it is. All right. But I can tell you this. I treat my employees the way how I wanted to be treated when I was coming up.
Wow.
I don't treat my employees like employees. I don't even address them like they're beneath me, bro.
Right.
I give my employees bonuses. I take my employees out for lunch every day.
Wow.
On me.
Right.
6. And I don't go to the value menu either. Like, order what you want. I got it. And then on occasion, we finish a job early. We go out for drinks. On me.
Right.
So, and by doing little things like that, you create loyalty within your company from your employees. Because the average Jefe, boss man, CEO don't operate like that, man. And not only that, I'm not afraid to jump in and get my hands dirty with my employees because I'm not just a boss that, tell them what to do. I actually know the business from the ground up because I started out as a helper myself.
Right.
So it's nothing that I tell them to do. I can't do on my own or even show them where they're going wrong. And this is how to correct it.
That's a huge. I've been clicking odd Kent for a little while now.
You're motivated, man. Let me tell you his story. In my opinion,
Facts.
you gotta possess a killer instinct, bro.
Yeah,
And it's not for everyone.
that's a good point.
It's not
And I think
for
that goes. I think that goes along with goal setting.
yeah.
Because we're not. I mean, for me, I'm not saying that. And I have grown kids now. I don't tell them, hey, you need to be um, this or you need to be that. I say you need to choose what it is that you want to do, and the same thing with Ken said, the type of
Yeah.
life you want to live. And then when you make that decision, you need to know what it takes in order to get there. My
Yeah.
son, my son wanted to be a professional gamer at one point. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's still
So,
the mission.
so did mine at one point. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And my thing is, okay, if that's what you want to do, then how do you become a successful a gamer? Look at the most successful gamer. How many hours are they spending on the games? How are they promoting? How are they marketing themselves? How does that look? How do they detail? So if that's the goal, then son, let me see your plan. And if you have a plan to get there, and you say you need a $1,300, it was a $1,600 laptop, I'll buy it for you.
Yeah.
But let me see your plan, because
Let me
if you
see
don't
it.
take the time, to write down the plan for your goal, then how do you expect anybody to invest themselves, their own strength in you?
You
You understand what I'm
won't fit. Another thing, bro, to double up on what you say, what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people have a problem of believing in self, bro. You
saying?
have to believe in self first and foremost, because no one should want to invest in you more than you. How are you going to expect somebody to invest in you when you don't even come with anything substantial, even to get somebody motivated or interested in what you're trying to present? That's crazy.
And my kids, they get a blind because they mine. But now that he's 18, his big sister 20,
Yeah.
22, about to be 23, I'm taking a step back, because here's the thing.
Well, I said you was father Abraham, bro.
Yeah,
God.
man. You have to endure some things sometimes in order to take responsibility for
Yep.
yourself. It's not very likely that you are going to come into generational wealth.
Yep.
My dad put me through college, right? And after that, I took responsibility for myself, and I said, self, you ain't no boy no more. You are a man. My mom would always tell this story. She wanted me to go back to school, and she wanted to pay for it. I said, no, mom, I'm going to go back to school, but I'm going to pay for it because I'm a man. And whatever it is that she wants to do for me, I say, no, mom, I will do it because I'm now a man. I make these choices in my life, and I try to do certain things, and they don't always go according to plan. And sometimes you become humbled by your failure, but you remain inspired by the get back up. When you get knocked down and you get back up, and you change things so that you don't recycle that same process that brought you to failure, you become something more. And I think, hold on now. Yeah, I know you're grabbing my telling your parents and playing time. True. True. Dead on the right. True. There wasn't no jobs and career choices back in the day. So these things are new. But I tell you one thing. My daughter and a lot of other kids like watching Ryan's World on YouTube. And the boy, the family, and his mom and his dad, they shoot these videos with him and of him playing. I think it started with him just opening toys, opening stuff. And this was just YouTube. This dude has his own toys now in Walmart, and have millions of followers. You understand me? I'm talking millions of followers, and they doing well. I mean, you could look at the videos from what they used to make when they started out to the type of videos that they're making now. They on a whole nother level. So it's like once you set that goal and you figure out, how can I make this plan this and then make this plan work for me? There's absolutely nothing you can't accomplish. Let's do an experiment. Since Facebook messing with us, we gonna mess with them. I made y'all admins on the show. I'm gonna sign on. I'm gonna finish this one. Y'all come into the Something Show page and try to start a live, and I will join your live.
Right when it's getting good. Good old Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch got to mess it up.
That's all
They
right.
try and stop us.
This is a lesson right here in being self-motivated.
Yes,
Because
sir.
listen,
Yes,
life
sir.
is going to throw it at you, bro.
Yeah.
Facebook will throw it at you. That's all right. But we go in live and we ain't paying you extra to do it. Cool. Cool.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So,
well, guys, I say we hit some pertinent points and then close it out, eh?
And my point is, right now I get up at 5 o'clock or sometimes a little bit before 5, and I go running in early in the morning because I have a goal of getting myself back to the point where I was before 2018. I think I was in the best shape that I've been since college in 2018 because I've been focusing on something else. I've been focusing on I had a goal, and the goal wasn't for my success, it was for somebody else's success. And now I realize that I need to work on my success as well, because other people's success, regardless of how the relationship is set up, regardless how the job is set up, that's that company's success, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't translate to your success unless you're graced with that. Like the way that you treat your employees, you choose to do that one. So the choice isn't, the employees don't choose that. They don't come and say, oh, the boss better buy me lunch, or the boss better take us for drinks. They can't do that. You have to be the one to choose that. So I want to be the one to choose that, okay, I'm going to go and take my staff for drinks. I want to be the one to be able to do these type things for other people. But before I do that for other people, listen, I got to be able to do it for myself. And that motivates me to get out there and to do whatever I got to do, because I have one of those weird career choices too. Yeah, I'm in full-time entertainment. I can't let Knowles Wood Flooring become a multi-billion-dollar company, and I still in the hundreds of thousands, barely scraping the millions. Motivation is about competition too. Like y'all are a Toro Sandovals right now, and I'm not going to quit. The journey is going to be different, and I think that's what we have to remember, especially those of you that did break down and fall into the illness of depression, and you fall off the horse. Get back on that, and if you can't find a horse no more, walk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do not shoot the horse and walk.
Exactly. Do not take the failure as the end. Take the failure as a lesson on how not to fail again. Stay motivated, y'all.
You gotta possess killer instinct out here, bro. Doing it for just doing it ain't good enough anymore. You gotta possess some sort of killer instinct. It's not for everybody. And most people won't get why we do what we do. Most people won't understand why we go hard, because they just ain't built for this. And that's fine. You can't have too many lions and not enough lambs, man. Too many lions, we kill each other. We need lambs, so to speak. We need those lambs, bro. We need them because we got to eat.
You need lamb chops.
You need lamb chops.
Lamb shank.
You understand? And listen, for me personally, 6 a.m. every morning to the gym. 45 minutes to an hour. This is 5 days a week. Home by 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Get ready for work. Head out. Rinse and repeat. I'm 46 years old. Not 26, not 36, 46. A couple years from 50. In the best shape of my life. You understand? So for me, talking to the average man out there, what's your excuse? Let's take this under consideration here, right? You get people from Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, wherever, come to this country, and some of them become multi-millionaires, bro. You mean to tell me you're born in this country with all the benefits, okay? Follow me now. All the benefits, no pushback. You can go as hard as you want legally. And you're going to allow somebody to come here illegal. have enough motivation and determination, not only to get things done for themselves, but keep in mind, they're sending money back to their families also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they make it and succeed. But you're going to tell me how hard it is out here to make it? Oh, bro, the economy is this and that. So, it's hard to make money. It's hard to find jobs. Bro, sit your ass down in the corner somewhere and find a way to get it done, bro. Grown men, we ain't trying to hear that, bro. We ain't trying to hear that. When you complain, you stay the same. Remember that. When you complain too much, you stay the same. You don't change your situation. Complain and complain. You stay the same in the same situation you've been in, bro. It will never change. Like, for me personally, that's why me and Kent and the other four, who y'all may not know about, we've been boys like this for the longest, bro. I can't even do this because it's four of us. I can't fucking even do it. It's four of us. You want to know why? We won't let the next man fail, bro. And when the next man is effing up or messing up, we hold you accountable, bro. Ask Kent right now. If he listen, I don't care what degree he tied onto his belt. If he messing up, I will make a personal call to him and say, listen, A, B, C, and D, that's a no-go, bro. I don't care about none of that because we've been like this for so long that right there transcend every single thing that he could achieve or that I could achieve to the point that I could break it. Huh?
I said, let's make that a point in this thing too. Build the right circle.
Yeah.
Build the right circle. That's important.
We've been so tight for so long, right? And been through so much with love, women, fights, beef, whatever you want to call it, bro. We've been there, we've done it. You understand? So all his achievements or all of my achievements, right? The closeness of friendship transcends all of that, bro. So if I come to him in a time where he's messing up, or he come to me in a time where I'm messing up, all that means nothing, bro. We're going to break that down to the most minute molecule and take it right back to when he was 14, 15 years old, and we're going to conversate on some shit. Straight up. And he know what I'm talking about. That's why he just quitting and going like that. He know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. But yeah, man, to close it out for me, you got to possess some sort of killer instinct inside you. Because in today's society, going hard just ain't enough anymore. It ain't enough, man. The average man can go hard. We can't strive to be average, bro. We got to be above average. And to be above average, you got to hit it every single day, every single hour, every single second. And on that note, that's that.
Lots of big, heavy talk. Man, you got to absorb all of that. Because I don't even want to say too much after that. Because you gotta let that kind of stuff sink in. So I'm not going to repeat what Juan says because we talk about this almost every day. I'm going to try to summarize it with two things. When you're talking about self-motivation, you got to be careful what you put in your mind and what you put in your body. Now, what you put in your mind, that includes media, friends, conversations, relationships, whatever you're reading, like all of that stuff. You have to invest and be protective of whatever comes into your mind.
Yeah.
Some people are able to. I'm one of those people who could absorb anything into my mind and throw the garbage away and keep what I need. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, whatever they hear, that's gospel. Like almost everything is the Bible to them. Or if it's a person who they don't like, they can't listen to them. I can listen to people I can't stand. I could learn from somebody who I don't respect. I could learn from an idiot, even if it's the complete opposite. Be careful what you put in your mind. Be careful what you put in your body, bro. We was talking about marijuana the other day.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of our brothers out there love the sweet green and they love the Mary Jane. But too much of that thing is not good for you. Why? Right. Because it's been proven too much. I'm talking about excess now. It's been proven to decrease your motivation. It's been proven to decrease your ability to get excited.
Yeah.
It's been proven to do that. It affects your mind in so many ways, but that one in particular is a very careful one. And if you look at a lot of our brothers who smoke that in excess, they're not motivated. They're not doing anything. I've spoken to a lot of my associates and some friends who smoke the green a lot. They will give me excuse after excuse as to why they haven't done something. There's a good colleague of mine. I don't even want to talk to him no more because every time I talk to him about something, yeah, but man, it's hard, man. Yeah, but I ain't like you, man. I ain't no doctor like you, bro. We going to the same school, bro. You're in the same school. I didn't go to some Ivy League Lyford Key Academy, and you went to like some bottom of the dirt. We went to the same school.
Yeah.
He was in the same environment around the same people. Nobody blessed me and chose me to be a doctor. I had to work my behind off. I took my exam 3 times, bro. 3 times in 3 different countries. I quit medicine for 2 years, but almost 2.5 years or so. Came back, took the exam again, failed again, took the exam again. I can't hear you talking about, man, this and that. This is my problem. I ain't get no money. I ain't get no this. I ain't get no that. Things hard because, one, you ain't apply yourself. But it's never too late. As long as you got breath, as long as you got air, that's it. You can do anything. There's people out there in wheelchairs making something of themselves. There's people out there with no education in wheelchairs making lives for themselves. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear the white man do this, the government do that. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I really.
Well,
I don't.
The good doctor curse just now. Oh Lord.
Sorry, Mark. Forgive me. So my thing is, I don't accept no. When somebody tell me I can't do something, that is really, really pissed me off. If I say, look, I want to do this, and somebody say, no, you can't do that, I want to fight after that. Like that, I want to fight. Like, what do you mean I can't do it? How you can tell me I can't do something? You know what I'm saying?
Preaching to the choir with that one.
When that big hotel told me that I can't have my event there, I rented them with my proposal. They said I want to have this event. They said we don't do those type of events. I had it there twice in a row. Excuses don't fly far with me. Whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not, we live in a very good country. We have a lot of things that our very close neighbors don't have. We have a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of infrastructure and opportunities that are available to us that a lot of our neighbors very close by don't have. Cuba, Jamaica, and plenty other countries. And people from there, when they come here, they make it work, bro. Even if they got to start walking the street, pushing the lawnmower. They make it work. Be careful what you allow yourself to accept, bro. Be careful about allowing yourself to accept excuses. When I keep saying the same reason over and over, I have to listen to yourself. If I say to myself, I can't do this because of this, okay, and then you said it again, hold on. So what's wrong here? Why am I giving myself excuses? Is this really a reason or is this just an excuse? What is actually going on here? You have to be able to evaluate yourself and don't allow these things to come into your head, this type of thought process where you give yourself a reason for not doing something and then you're comfortable with that. I have some very close persons right now who I gave free opportunities to and they didn't take it. And I'm seeing them post stuff on Facebook and saying stuff, talking about how life do them so bad and it's so hard and they never had any opportunity. And sometimes I just want to answer them on Facebook, but
you lie.
I'm gonna be 45 next. I'm gonna be 45 next week. I'm gonna be 45 next week. I got a wife.
He old.
I got a wife and 2 kids who are counting on me. Period. Full stop. Not you ain't even got to say anything after that. Counting on you. Full stop. I don't have time to look back and pull anybody anymore.
Yeah.
If you're behind and you're standing up, I'm not turning around to pull you. If you're just standing there relaxing. Now, if you're trying to climb out, I'll go down there with you and help you out. That's the kind of person I am. That's what I learned from my mom.
Yeah, your mom was a great person. I'm one of the people that she fed.
I was there when somebody asked my mom, why do you do these things for people? Like, what you know what's going to happen. Why do you do it? She said, that's my purpose. Wow. That made me angry. That made me angry.
Beautiful angel. Yeah.
It made me angry. I mean, what do you mean that's your purpose? There's all type of people around here. Why is that your purpose? Why isn't that Mark Zuckerberg's purpose? Why is that your purpose? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't that all these rich guys in Eastern Road and stuff? Why isn't it their purpose? Why is it your purpose? But that's something I'll never fully understand. But that's what she was motivated to do. I am motivated. My number one motivation right now is to be a success. One, for myself, to fully walk into what I'm supposed to be, because I'm not there yet. And I know that by doing that, I'm going to enable and empower my immediate family, my dependents, and my extended family to be exactly what they're supposed to be and be as successful as they can be to manifest themselves. So I hope I could be a motivation to them.
Before anybody else get knocked out, just key points for people: set a goal, write out a plan, and basically fail every day until you succeed
Fail every
at
day.
that plan. And that's how you remain self-motivated. It ain't all about winning every day. It's about trying every day. This is episode 13.
13.
Part 3. I think we get stopped. We will be back with episode 14. We're going to choose a topic and hit you up. Just make sure you like and follow this page, and we coming at you. This is something show where we talk it out so we can figure it out, so we can work it out. Peace.